Good morning. Welcome to Up to the Minute. It is Tuesday, May the 13th. Good to have you with us on this Tuesday. And of course, we've got a special guest joining us in the studio, Ms. Sade Campbell, who is the Enrollment Communications and Social Media Manager here at HCC. Good to see you on the set here.
Happy to be here. We haven't been on set together in a while.
I know it's been quite some time, but we've got a big week coming up. A lot of things happening. Of course, a big week for our graduates. We're going to meet one in just a moment. But we want to thank you for watching us on Facebook and YouTube. We're here just about every Monday through Friday. Not the end of the week, though, because we've got a big event. We'll talk about that in a second. But Mondays through Fridays at 10 a.m. in Sade, they can catch us in social media anytime and on our cable channel.
Yes, absolutely. I think, Facebook, HCC District, not the regular HCC, and on YouTube, on LinkedIn and X. But also remember that we are a network, HCCTV. The studio is not for anything.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yes. So catch us at noon, 5 and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday on the HCCTV network.
So Carl Mays, pretty well known around here.
Pretty well known around here in Houston.
And it's going to be a special week for him because his son is graduating. And we've got Kari Mays, and Kari also has worked as Swoop for some while.
He has worked for Swoop. He has had a work study job. You will see him alongside his dad often at all of the graduations. So yeah.
So Kari, welcome to the show. We're looking forward to hearing from you soon. Good to have you with us on the show this morning.
Happy to be here, man. Happy to be here. I appreciate y'all.
All right. So Kari, we're looking forward to hearing your story about your graduation and all that very soon. So we'll be with you in about 10 minutes. But Sade, we wanted to talk about this graduation because it's a big week for graduates. There's a lot of things. Of course, first things first, we know Kari is graduating, but we are already having people asking us, hey, what's going on with Swoop? How can people be Swoop? How does that work?
Yeah, it varies by location. So every one of our colleges has their own Swoop suit in addition to district.
So we got them across the district.
We have them across the district. So Kari is going on to bigger and better things we'll talk about in his interview, but they will have to find a new Swoop at HCC Central. And a lot of schools have made it a tradition because it's always a secret of who the mascot is. So this is kind of like a big reveal. They've been going across the stage in their costume for the shoes, and it's like a big reveal of who the mascot is. And I've worked with Kari while he's in the suit, and he's like, no, I'm not Kari today. I am Swoop. I've embodied it fully.
Gets into the character. And I know Swoop gets an immediate entourage that goes around with Swoop, because you've got to have people to help Swoop or walk around, because that's the mascot uniform outfit is very, very constrained as far as everything, right?
Yeah, very constrained. The newest suits that we've gotten are more friendly to the temperatures in Houston as well, and they're a lot more lightweight. So they're doing a lot of work on the front of that. But Swoop plays such a large role doing graduation in the festivities that are leading up as students are waiting to walk across the stage.
When we were looking at, I was working at the district when I first got here, we were looking at getting a new Swoop suit. I was astounded how much those things cost. It's like buying a new car. I mean, they are they're very high tech nowadays, but they aren't cheap.
They are not. It's definitely an investment for the student experience.
Yeah, and it's good for a few years, hopefully. We'll hear more from Kari and his experience with that in just a few moments. All right, let's get down to business. A lot of things students need to know. Of course, make sure you have your gown when you graduate, because you can't walk the stage without it. What are the things that students need to be aware of?
Yeah, so I mean, remember that this is a celebration. We are here to celebrate you. This is a milestone, but we want to make sure that you're ready. So the first things first, you do have to have a black grad cap and gown. If you still haven't gotten one, there's still time to go to one of the HCC bookstores. This is our first year of bachelor degree graduates.
Yeah.
And so they have specific caps and gowns that are only available at the Central bookstore, but there's still some available at the bookstore for purchase, so you're ready in time for the ceremony.
I've noticed since I've been here too is the bookstore really steps up this time of year. They really try to make sure the students have these gowns, and they go to all lengths to make sure these students can walk.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is. It's like the last investment you make at HCC to get the cap and gown, but the availability of it whether you want it mailed or not. It is very readily available across. And then even we have some students that may still need help that day of. We make sure that everyone is taken care of as long as they have registered by the deadline to participate in the ceremony.
Okay, I wasn't aware of this. This is new for me, but you're required to have tickets. Is that correct for your family to get in and your friends?
Yes. So this is new this year. So we've for the past I would say 2 to 3 ceremonies, we've had record breaking graduates.
Oh,
so
yeah.
The number of graduates. So a good and a bad problem. We've officially outgrown the venue that has served us so well all these years. So to make sure that everyone has a safe experience, we're meeting fire code. We had to implement a guest ticket policy, and we're going to have to stick to it. I know it's hard choosing which 4 people are the most important in your life, but it is very important to know that there will be no entry for guests, and those tickets, once they're scanned, they can only be used once. And we make sure that students have the details on how to share those tickets with their family members so that they can have them even printed out or on their phone for the big day.
If for students who aren't aware of it, but it's happening at NRG, but it's not going to be in the big stadium, where exactly is it going to be at NRG?
Yes, it's at the NRG Arena.
Okay.
We have 2 ceremonies, and the grads and the guests needs to go to the ceremony that they registered to attend. We have a 9 a.m. and we have a 2 p.m.
Okay.
And for the graduates, for the 9 a.m., each graduate is asked to show up 2 hours early. That seems like a lot, but when you have to check in 1,200 graduates, therefore guests, get everybody parked, get everybody where they need to be, it is very important that they show up those 2 hours early. Otherwise, we'll have a backlog, and they line up to 30 to 40 minutes before the ceremony even starts. Yeah.
But it's an experience. I mean, first off, some loud music going on, a lot of dancing, but you guys also have a photo experience for these students to partake in too, right?
Yes. So both Student Life and our HCC alumni organization, I mean, this is the time. Come ready, come picture ready. But make sure you wear comfortable shoes. I always tell people that it's a long time to be in some uncomfortable shoes. But come picture ready. There's a photo booth, photos that you can essentially use for your LinkedIn later on if you're going into the workforce. There is a lot that you will be able to show your accomplishment, and people will know that day what you accomplished.
What about food and drinks for the students?
There will be more so like refreshments to keep you going, and water for the big day. But it is very highly recommended that you bring, what you need for that day. If you know you're going to be going for about 5 hours, any medication, if you need specific type of snacks or things, but there will be things available that day.
Are there any final celebrations that students should know of? Because I know we always have things going on for our students.
Yeah, our HCC Student Life, they are having events this week. It's typically grad week leading up to it. I don't have all the dates and the time, so it's best to connect with your Student Life, team on campus. But when you get there that day, I know it sounds like 2 hours early. Why do I need to be there 2 hours early? Like you said, we're celebrating all the way up until the moment till you line us across that stage. Yeah.
After the ceremony, are there any steps graduates need to be aware of?
Yeah, after the ceremony. So we are really asking, when you think about 1,200 grads, there is how long the rows are at the ceremony, that people return to their seats after they walk across the stage. We are really asking, because it is incredibly disruptive for to climb over people during the ceremony and things of that nature. So staying the entire time and planning to stay the entire time of the ceremony. Once you walk across the stage and you go out into the parking lot and you meet with your loved ones, alumni affairs will be out there with t-shirts and giveaways for you to be that you are part of the HCC Eagle alumni community as soon as you walk across that stage.
For families members who, we only got the 4 ticket limit. So for family members who you want to watch the ceremony live, we're going to make that available for them too.
Yeah. So students will be getting communications. This is really important, really good resource to go to hccs.edu/know before you go. That's address. When you get that text message that morning from your family member and say, where do I park? Those are all the details that you need. We will also have the live stream there, but the live stream will be on YouTube. It's available at hccs.edu/live. But that live stream is available. It's best, to share it out with your families probably that day of that may not be able to make it, but they will be able to see you experience that moment of walking across the stage.
It's going to be a big event once again this coming Friday, and first batch of students should be there at what time?
For the 9 a.m. ceremony, students need to be there at 7 a.m. And for the 2 p.m. ceremony, they need to be there at noon. Now, it's really important for your guests because we are moving big amount of people out of one place. The guests can't come in until 1 hour before the ceremony. So a lot of families are showing up at the same time because parking costs. But just know that guests won't be admitted until 1 hour before the ceremony, even though the grads needs to check in 2 hours ahead of time.
A lot to be aware of, but keep in mind, from my experience, this goes by so fast. I mean, it's just a blip on the radar, but you wait for this moment. So enjoy it while you can. Get there early enough and enjoy the day. Sharday Campbell, HCC Communications and Social Media Manager. We'll have all of the information that she was talking about in our post after the show. Okay, I know you got a special guest coming up as well.
I do. Looking forward to talking to him.
All right, we'll be back with more of Up to the Minute in about 60 seconds.
I'm not just studying AI, I'm designing solutions to make the world a better place for us all.
I didn't just study buildings, I connected them with tech to make them smarter.
And if I can't make it in person, I take my classes online.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars. Really tall. I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands? Yes. You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
All right, welcome back. What kind of grad segment would it be if we didn't have an actual graduate? So we are so excited to have and talk to this morning Kari Mays, who we have been teasing and just blatantly playing up that he is also one of our HCC mascots, aka Swoop. He is a HCC Communications and Cinematography student who is receiving an Associate of Arts, has big plans after graduation, and has a special connection to the institution. Welcome to the show, Kari, and congratulations.
What's going on? What's going on? Thank y'all for having me. I'm happy to be here.
He's so happy to have you, excited to celebrate you for graduation. But you literally said, you know what? I no days off over here. You are going to graduate in the afternoon, but you're still going to be Swoop in the morning, aren't you?
Yes, ma'am. Grind on.
He was like, look, I had to go out with a bang. So your journey to HCC, what informed your decision? We talked a little bit about your dad working here. I mean, AKA belovedly known as Mr. HCC, because he is on the mic as an MC a lot at a lot of our events. But I'm sure there's a lot more that informed your decision.
Yeah, so, coming out of high school, you have that decision to make, what college you want to go to and things of that nature. And of course I wanted to go to a 4-year, but it was still that uncertainty that I had. And so my pops, he threw the lob to me. He was like, you want to come down to HCC, see what it's like, test the waters a little bit. So I was like, cause all my friends is going to 4 years, and so I felt a little discouraged, but I was like, this might be a better path for me, cause I'm not even sure, this is what I want to do. So, but I'm glad I chose HCC, man. It was dope. I love it here.
Sometimes you were gonna make a path wherever you went. Something about you tells me that, but your story is really not unique. We hear that a lot from our students. And, the reality of this is a place where you can find your footing. This is a place to start over. This is a place to start fresh. This is a place to simply start. And I'm always cognizant of telling students this isn't a backup plan. This is a plan. This is a plan for affordability. This is a plan for discovering what workforce pathways that you may not have experienced, may not have known existed.
Yeah, it's especially going off that like work study it didn't taught me how to, I'm saying, check my email, CC people. I'm telling you, I ain't know nothing about that. So it was like it's most definitely a learning experience, and I rocked with it for sure.
And I tell people all the time, when you hire a work study student, that is what you spend a lot of time doing. It's like, especially those, we have a lot of work study students who've already been in the workforce, maybe coming back for a second credential. But for those that are fresh out of high school, this is their first job opportunity, that you do get that space to learn what it is to work, right? Yeah. Check your email, check your calendar, make sure that you're showing up to things on time. So you made it your own. Now, were you a mascot in high school, or was this your first time really taking something like this on?
Oh, no, this was my first time taking something on, but I always had, like, what I'm saying, like that class clown, what I'm saying, good, making people laugh, what I'm saying, that type of vibe going on. So I was like, hey, why not? What I'm saying? I wasn't tripping on it.
Yes. So what has been one of the most surprising things, since it was your first time in the suit? What was one of the most surprising things about, or what was kind of the learning curve around being the mascot?
So in Swoop's head, there's 2 fans on each side. And I think it only lasts like an hour or two. And so, but once that hour goes up, y'all, it get hot than a mug in there. Like, it's no joke. But that's probably the only thing. And also the feet a little big. So, what I'm saying? But you got, once you get the swag down, it's not too bad.
I think you came in with the invincibility of your teens too. So we because you were like, I don't need a guide. I'm good. I can walk. I can step over this. And I'm like, no, let me help you.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
So the biggest thing I think, to see people think, oh, so nobody in college cares about to see grown people's eyes light up.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you're in the suit, what are some of your most memorable moments?
Like people finding out it's me in there. It'd be like, they'd be like so surprised, but then once it comes to their mind, they'd be like, oh, that makes a lot of sense because my dad called me. So it's like, oh, okay. I could put 2 and 2 together. So yeah.
I think you really y'all are a lot alike. You have to know both of y'all to know that.
Yeah,
but you really, I mean, like to see you in the suit. But I think the biggest part of that, what I don't want people to miss, is when you come to an institution as big as HCC, when you come to an institution as big as HCC, and you may already have existing connections, you still need to do the work to find your own and choose your own path here.
Yeah, most definitely. And HCC they did a great job with that. Like, it's a different vibe here. Like, people come here thinking, oh, it's not a 4-year university, so it's not going, it's not going to have that college vibe because you're not living in dorms and things of that nature. Man, the people here is great. I didn't conversate with so many people just in the same spot as me. So it's like, you gotta make this place feel like home. You know what I'm saying? And the people are gonna do a great job of doing that. So it's a good environment.
And I think one of your home place at Central was definitely at the Wellness Center, because that is where you had your work study job. So how did having work study help shape your college experience?
It was dope. It helped me, balance, going to class, clocking in on time, things of that nature. And I feel like I'm cool now. I can balance anything. Yeah.
You're right. I mean, and even for those that, working and going to school, really what you take away even outside of the curriculum, to your point, is how to juggle it all, how to manage it all. But I also know that you always made time on your calendar for your hoop dreams, because you were already next to the court all the time in the West.
Come on now. Yeah. Hey, anytime they wanted the belt, I give it to them.
Okay. When is your last one-on-one before you?
Hey, it's gonna be this Thursday, because I got locked in on Friday. So, but yeah,
it's gonna be this Thursday. All right.
Central Campus Wellness Center. Meet me out there. We out there.
And as you, like you said, you're preparing to graduate. You have plans. What is next?
So after HCC, I'm gonna be taking all my studies to Prairie View A&M University, and I'll be studying communications over there. And yeah, that's the vibe.
Love it. And what do you hope to do in communications?
Radio talk, radio station also, and cinematography and like production. You know what I'm saying? Things like that, graphic design, all that.
All of it, the whole gambit.
Yes,
Now
ma'am.
you've been a walking billboard for HCC, literally in the suit during your time in this interview. And what do you want for someone that's thinking maybe I'll wait another semester to start? What would you tell them about why they should go ahead and take their next step?
You should go ahead because one, it's cheap. You feel me? Like you can get a lot done off a budget for sure. And it's just you can build you can build certain things with certain people because in an ACC class, you could be sitting next to a 30-year-old, you could be sitting next to a, you know what I'm saying? You can, and I learned so much from like the people in my class because it's like, dang, you're only 18, 19? Be like, yeah, but then they give me some advice on, you know what I'm saying, where they coming from and things of that nature. So I say just take a leap of faith. Like you just gotta have trust in your school, for me, and your gut feeling.
I want to thank you for your time, Kari. Now, and you know, the thing about it is we had time together because we did a whole photo shoot and we are using your pictures to promote graduation deadlines, upcoming registration. So you're going to live on the IG feed. Please believe it. But I want to thank you for your time and your service here at HCC. We are really excited to celebrate you. For those that are just joining in, we've been talking to Kari Mays, who is also one of our HCC Swoop mascots. He is a HCC communication student who will be receiving his Associate of Arts. He is also this fall 2024 Chancellor Scholarship recipient. He has done a lot at HCC, and we are looking forward to hearing all the great things that you're going to do at PV and beyond in the workforce. We'll have information about the ceremony posted after the show. Thanks so much for joining us, Kari.
Of course. Thank y'all. Y'all be blessed.
You too. All right, coming up after a quick commercial break, Todd and I will come back with news and announcements.
I'm learning healthcare management while providing patient care.
I came back to grow my skills, even after I graduated. And if I can't make it in person, I take my classes online.
That one day at PE when they were like yelling at me and then you just linked arms with me, I don't think you know how much like that helped me. I finally like knew that I had somebody.
Welcome back to Up to the Minute on this Tuesday. Few announcements of things happening across the district. One of them happening this Saturday. HCC's Automotive Technology Center hosting a career fair for current and former students to meet with employers from the CarMax dealerships. 8 a.m. to noon, Saturday, May 17th. Automotive Technology Building. Check our post for more information. And we've also, we're continuing our TSI boot camps as well.
Yeah, one of the first things that our students have to do as a part of their onboarding process after application is to find out what courses they place into. And one of the ways that you find out around placement is to take the TSI assessment test. For a lot of people who've been out of school for a while, they're always like, okay, well, how do I prepare for the test? This boot Camp is away. So for high school students, adult learners, or someone returning to education, you can attend HCC's next round of TSI boot camps. These are free interactive sessions designed to help students excel on the Texas Success Initiative, also known as TSI assessment, ensuring you're ready to take that first step with confidence in college. It'll be happening 8 a.m. to noon on Saturday, May 17th at our HCC South Campus. So mark your calendar and check details posted after the show.
If you're a student who's a parent, we've got a way to help you find some childcare. The United Way's Women Who Rock Childcare Scholarship provides assistance to parents who are committed to continuing their education beyond high school. The deadline to apply is coming up. It's this Tuesday, May the 20th. Make sure you get your application in, and we've got some information in our post after the show. For the sake of time, let's remind everyone what's going on Friday and why we're not going to be on the air.
Just one last plug. We are celebrating our grads on Friday. So that means you need to tune in to the live stream and not to HCC's Up to the Minute, because that is where they're going to be. We'll be working on the spring commencement ceremony, but expect on the HCCTV network a best of episode at its regular scheduled time at noon, 5 and 10 p.m.
Believe it or not, we're registering for fall semester already.
Yes, the countdown is on. It may seem far away, but it's on. It's right here.
Yeah, you can still register for summer classes, but fall 2025, 5 ways to take classes: online anytime, online on a schedule, hybrid, in-person, hybrid lab. All of that's open right now. Go to hccs.edu/apply. So tomorrow we've got another one of our graduates on.
Love to hear it.
First bachelor class of HCC, when the Coleman VP talks about its healthcare sciences bachelor grads who will walk the stage. We'll be talking about that tomorrow. And it's also Good Works Wednesday and Mental Health Month. MHA Houston will pay us a visit to discuss mental health in the workplace. Are companies doing enough? So all that's happening tomorrow. Graduation's on Friday. It's going to be an exciting week here.
It really is.
Thanks for being here this morning. Good seeing you again. We'll see you. Are you going to be back on Thursday?
I do plan to. Yes.
Okay. She'll be here Thursday. All right. We'll see you tomorrow, though, live at 10 a.m.